anything as a chore if it's efficient. Yes. I want to get it done right the first time, and that means if it's done right the first time, you're doing it for less time. So intro the world of Conair. This is the GlideLite, and this was new for us on May 17th. It's already customer top rated. Yay. 59 5-star reviews from, and just to share, we have a retail tracking service that we cite because they track activity in retail based off of sales. According to Circana, this is the #1 garment care brand in the US. So if you're like, there's so many irons, they all do different things, which one do I go with? How about the one that everybody else said, I'm coming back right here? It's this one. So we do have the blue available for you. So grab it in the blue. That price is $44.98. Are we sure? $44.98?
Yes.
Okay, Erica Swineford, let's hear everything, because I read too, this also has the Good Housekeeping seal.
It does. So this is great because,
oh my gosh.
Listen, if you love to iron, if you hate to iron like me, this is great because it has two things about it that set it apart and make it really special in terms of irons. One is it has One-Temp technology, which means you turn it on and it uses so much steam, and steam that comes out in a vapor that allows it to penetrate the fabrics so that you can use a lower heat setting, which means you don't have to figure out what fabric, you don't have to figure out what heat setting you're doing. All you're gonna do is turn it on. It uses the exact amount of steam and it gets the wrinkles out. But here's the other great thing it has, Mary. It has GlideLite technology. Do you see me going right over these buttons? So no more going around each and every button, each cuff, each collar. This does it for me because of that uniquely shaped sole plate. It's kind of shaped like the hull of a ship. So it's a nice smooth sole plate that allows me to go like this really quickly. And I did it slow there, but watch me do it quickly, right over these buttons. So no more this, right? I remember my mom doing this, right?
Lord, me too.
You just go right over buttons, cuffs, collars, appliques, you know, all of your Quacker Factory things. And you get perfect results. You don't have to guess the temperature. It just knows what it's doing. It gives the perfect amount of steam that, again, comes out in a super fine vapor to eliminate the wrinkles, but be safe for every fabric. And here you can see I did both sides of that denim. So even though it's gonna be safe on your delicate fabrics, it's gonna do things as thick and tough as denim.
Right, this is a 1,450 watt machine.
Yes, right.
Which I always look at wattage just to kind of get it in terms of power. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, not playing. But then when I saw $44.98, it was like, well, okay, can it iron? Can it also steam? What about the different fabrics that it can handle?
Yes.
Can it do all the things?
And it does all the things. And so this is what is so great. So I'm just going right over this satin shirt. It's getting every wrinkle out. But again, I'm not having to wrinkle around iron around each and every little button. It just glides right over them. But this might be my favorite thing. I'm gonna move over here
show me.
And I'm gonna show you this tulle skirt.
It's a cute skirt.
It's layers of tulle and netting. And I'm gonna take this iron, it's on, and I'm gonna go ahead and sit it on this skirt. You would never do that, right? With your regular iron, it would melt a hole through it in about 3 seconds.
That's a cute skirt.
But it is a cute, and it's my skirt. It's my skirt from home. But look at this, it's completely perfect. And again, the iron is on. I'm sitting it right down. I don't have to worry about it because, again, that One-Temp technology uses the vaporous steam that penetrates the fabrics, which means the sole plate can be at a lower temperature because it's using so much steam.
Okay, my husband likes to wait to press his work shirt until about a minute before he leaves the house. So how quick is the heat up on this?
So 30-second heat up, 1,450 watts.
30 seconds to iron the shirt is plenty.
30 seconds. And here's an older Conair iron. And so I love to show this because the reason this can do it at a lower temperature and be safe for all fabrics is because of the steam. So this one had steam. I'll give it a couple steam bursts. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna wake these up because they do have that auto shut off, 8 minutes sitting up, 30 seconds when it's flat. But when I put this one down, what you're gonna see is the difference in the steam. Do you see how much steam this is really directing into the fabric? So you're able to get all of the steam in your fabrics and it's a thin
This floats back
vapor
up.
where that one kind of just goes up to the ceiling.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why this is able to do it at such a low temperature, get such a high amount of steam. That's what it's all about from Conair. That's why Conair has become the #1 garment care brand in the United States.
For
And we love it.
$44.98. And listen, I know because we've chatted about it a lot over the years. Ironing is not one of our favorite chores.
No.
It may be further down on the list, but we have to sometimes.
Yeah.
Whether it's the dress before we run out the door or the work shirt before you run to work, why not trust the name that is now, like you said, the #1 garment care brand in the U.S. according to Circana Retail Tracking, but also one that heats up in 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
And has a shutoff too, auto shutoff.
Auto shut off, and look at this. Again, this GlideLite technology, it's called the GlideLite iron because it goes over all of these appliques, buttons, snaps, you name it. All those little things that normally we wouldn't use an iron on or we'd have to iron around, this goes right over top because of that uniquely shaped sole plate. And because of that immense amount of steam, it allows me now to do every fabric with just one setting because the steam penetrates the
We used to
fabric.
have to do a very intricate cleaning method for the iron that I grew up with too.
Yes,
It
right.
would run over my dad's BDUs and then it needed to,
Oh,
it
right.
looked like it needed to be boiled. What about this one? Is there any cleaning?
This does have self-clean if you need to use that. We always suggest with irons you use it about once a month or so, depending on
yeah.
how much you iron. But nothing to figure out. I don't need to change the setting from the satin shirt I did to the denim jeans to what else did I do? A sweater to the dress shirt. I can go right over these buttons and things like that. No worries because of that uniquely shaped sole plate, and I am getting the wrinkles out even in something as thick as these khaki shorts. Super fast, super easy, heats up in 30 seconds, and you're
Could
done.
be easier. Where just on the machine itself does the water go in? I know that sounds silly, but I like to see it up
But I
close.
love this too, Mary. It has a huge water reservoir that makes it really easy. It catches all the water. It makes it difficult to spill because it's a nice reservoir to pour it right in.
Oh my gosh.
Can't mess it up.
$44.98, and that's a great tool. Those need to be replaced every now and then, and so if you're seeing this, probably a good reminder to do so. If you want to find it on QVC.com, it's B88292. Erica, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mary. Great to be here.
And in our big birthday sale this afternoon,